Hi, my name is Nyah and welcome to my vlog of Japan. This is about my first couple of days in Tokyo. This is the first meal I had from a restaurant here in Japan, and this is where we stayed at NYC National Youth Olympic Center. It was actually used when the Olympics were here in Tokyo for the athletes to stay, so it was really cool to get to stay there as well and imagine I'm an athlete. We also got to look around the nearby cities. Here is us in Harajuku, I believe, and we got sushi there on conveyor belts, which has been something I've been interested in doing for a little bit, so that was fun to get done. I also got some bubble tea with gold on it, which was really unique and really interesting. That was so fun to see. One very important part of our trip to Japan was using their public transportation system. We used the subway system and the trains to get around. This is also the primary means of transportation for many Japanese citizens. The trains and subways are very efficient and reliable. One thing that took me by surprise was the earthquake that happened in one of our first few nights here. It was around maybe 3 or 4 in the morning, and we got an alert on our phone, and there was an earthquake really soon after we got the alerts. It was quite frightening. It was my first earthquake that I've ever felt, so that was interesting. But talking to Japanese people about it, and they were saying that it was nothing, that they're used to it. So it's interesting to see how how the perspectives are different based off of where we live and how many we've experienced. We also got to connect with students from Azabu University and also learn from their staff and visit their university's life museum. Here they talked about life and how we are all living and the things that made us and other animals able to live, and just examining those aspects. Here's the plastification of lungs and other organs like liver, and those were really interesting because they were just so detailed and honestly beautiful. I think they're like works of art, and I was glad to be able to see them. It showed how intricate our bodies are. Additionally, we got to have lunch there, and I thought their cafeteria food was pretty good. The next day, we got to look at some samples and learn about what each of them meant, and then also we got to dissect fish and search for parasites and learn about how Japan keeps people from getting parasites from all of the raw fish that is eaten here. We also got to hear a case study of a woman who had a parasite from eating sushi in the United States. We learned that she got the parasite because the sushi was not prepared correctly. Fish has to be frozen before it is served or cooked at a certain temperature in order to kill the parasites that could be living in it, so that they do not enter the human and cause damage or possible death due to infection. Additionally, one evening we got to visit the famous Shibuya crossing. This crossing is very popular with hundreds of people crossing every turn. It was cool to walk through and see all the people and make my way through the madness. Even through the evening, there was lots to do and the city was very much awake. One of my favorite things that I did in Shibuya was visit Sumidori, the non-alcoholic cocktail bar. They had lots of mocktails to try, and it was definitely one of my favorite experiences of the trip. Since I do not drink alcohol, it was really fun to have lots of options and unique drink choices in this bar. Thanks for watching!